Custom Creator here. This is Danny Lee, OGT. That is an octopus. That's OGL. Nah, he has gone to use the bathroom. I'm going to just pop this reaction on him like a zit. This is the Ride David Allen Coe. He has heard a lot of these songs referencing Hank Williams Sr. And he's done a lot of the Hank Williams Jr. stuff. This is an iconic song, and you have to be a good songwriter and musician to make a song that transcends time about a man that gets kicked out of another man's car that was crying when you were hitchhiking. That's like the lamest story in the world. But we know it was a great song. It is a great song. So, and it will be his introduction to David Allen Coe on the channel. So, thank you. There is a link now below for Patreon. We have like 3 members, and we already have some events set up. We have voice channels. We have Discord. We have a lot that goes with it. 2 reactions. You can even sit in with us on a reaction and watch us do it. And we can even bring you up into the reaction and let you say a few words if you want. It can even be your song. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. $3.33 a month. And, you know, we're just trying to get off the ground. But the country thing is picking up. We have great fans, and Gary Goodman, thank you. I'm going to get to your songs very soon. Thank you to The Warning. Thank you to the Nightwish Army. Thank you to the Tool Army. Thank you to the Aussie Army, especially. And thank you to the Marillion fans. Thank you to all the Lane Staley House of Chains fans for sure. Dang, I know I'm forgetting somebody. There's so many Aussies. Thank you to Max Marin. Thank you to the Kiwis for Carnival. And I think they're like borderline, but yeah, we love the music. We love reacting to it. I love my job. I do. It is a job, though. Sometimes it gets really hard. But when hard gets tough, tough gets harder. Going tough with your heart or something like that. Hanging tough. Why did I just say New Kids on the Block? Please, please don't tell anyone that. There's video proof, though, so not much I can do about that. I'm trying to style for OGL, but he, oh, where's that? Where you at, OGL? Hurry up, man. Hey, OGL, you're small. All right, we're going to pause till he gets here. All right, he is back. He is here. All right, OGL, the intro's done. I know you didn't even know we were doing this, but I'm just going to spring this song on you, and you're going to do it. How about that?
Bring it. Bring it.
And once you start hearing it, you've heard me sing parts of it. You probably won't need no context. I know you seen Hank Jr. before you left. It ain't Hank Jr.
All right.
But he could be part of this.
Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back when a stranger stopped beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. He said, "It's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like to ride, son?" When I sat down in the front seat, he turned on the radio, and them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light. And I knew there was something strange about this ride.
All right, David Allen Coe. This is a legendary song. Danny played it for me. Album we were just jamming on Discord together as friends before I was a part of the channel. So already bringing back some great memories. I love how moody the song feels. It has that, everything, something happening on a rainy night type vibe. The slide guitars in there really add to that. And David is using a combination of vocal techniques, I guess, here. Almost speaking in the beginning of the verses, but like drawing some of it out. So speech singing hybrid, essentially. And then it's going into a more conventional, upper register. Very good storytelling. That's always been something consistent through all of this old school outlaw country, whatever you want to call it, is that these guys are masters at using their voice to tell a story. It's the sort of thing that draws you in. And literally telling a story. Like this one actually has a narrative. So let's keep going, see where this ride, if you will, ends up. Oh.
Well, I was thumbing from Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back when a stranger stopped beside me in an antique Cadillac. He was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. He said, "It's a long walk to Nashville. Would you like to ride, son?"
I like to use some air, breath there.
When I sat down in the front seat, he turned on the radio. And them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light. And I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, "Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings?" He said, "Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." Then he cried.
Right, so the story intensifies. So I like how it goes from this very moody, again, strange happenings on a stormy night, kind of bluesy vibe in the beginning, and now it's got kicked into a wicked groove, like those clean guitars. It's just awesome, and he has dumped some bucket loads of twang onto his voice there. It's got cut, it's got attitude to spare. You talk about a charismatic voice. Yeah, David Allen Coe definitely has it in spades. Also, like as I mentioned before, his use of air and breath for emphasis. Again, it sort of gives this dark, moody vibe to everything, and it's just, I mean, whenever you pick up a drifter on the side of the road, there's all sorts of things that can happen. I mean, there are slasher movies that start that way. There are porno flicks that start that way. So, but this seems to be a bit, excuse me, this seems a bit more artistic and musical, the journey that these folks are going on. So, again, David Allen Coe, like can be pretty filthy when he wants to be, but here he's just telling an amazing story.
Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? He said, "Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." Then he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. He said, "This is where you get off, boy, 'cause I'm going back to Alabama." As I stepped out of that Cadillac, I said, "Mr. Many thanks, He said, you don't have to call me Mr. Mister. The whole world called me Hank. He said, Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn the blues? Can you bend down guitar string? He said, Lord, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? But if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. He said, Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn the blues? Can you bend them guitar string? He said, boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? But if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. If you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride.
And that is what we call a twist. Always loved that. The gentleman who gave him a ride turned out that. So, Danny, was he referring to Hank Jr. or Hank Sr. that gave him that lift? He said some folks call me Hank. I'm always guessing Jr.
Well, he there's a version of the song. To answer your question, I thought I had it, but he starts talking right after that. He says, "You know, you got a lot of competition out here these days. You got Johnny Cash and David Allen Coe and Merle Haggard." And he said, "You even got my son out there." So Hank Williams Sr. died in a Cadillac on his way back to Nashville to do, well, on his way to Rovo. But the song was kind of referencing when he got kicked out of the Grand Ole Opry, and he's driving and he turns around. He's, fuck that, turn this car around. I'm going back to Alabama. So it's essentially a story of a man on his way to Nashville to make it big with his six string on his back, like Bon Jovi says. And he's picked up by a man in a Cadillac. So he when I sat down in the front seat, he turned on the radio. Them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. Then I noticed the stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light. I knew there was something strange about this ride. And Drifter was his nickname, Luke the Drifter. Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you moan the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? Because if you're big star bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. So, yeah, I know I told them before you started this while you were running errands or pissing, whatever, that you have done pretty much most of the songs. Oh, there's a lot of songs referencing Hank Sr., but you've done most of the bigger ones. You know? And to me, that's the biggest one. Other than songs from Hank Jr.
Right.
That's the biggest one. I mean, Waylon's, I don't think that Hank done it this way. That was the first multi-platinum country
Right. And see, again,
hit.
The song just, it keeps reminding me of, like, I guess because, again, I was more used to the newer form. But, like, I'm always amazed how musically, for lack of a better term, progressive a lot of this older country is. Because, like, again, you had that really cool, moody part in the beginning that kind of had a bluesy twinge. And David Allen Coe's vocals here, the way he would go from, like, that almost speech to, like, just his actual singing voice, sort of reminded me of Johnny Cash, because, you know, Johnny would usually speak the verse and maybe, you know, go into that cool bass singing voice in the chorus. So that reminded me of that. It also reminded me a bit of Nick Cave. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He's an Australian singer-songwriter. But it would not surprise me if David Allen Coe was a influence of Nick Cave's. But just like the going from the moody stuff to sort of that groove, and then that tempo shift at the end, which kind of reminded me of mountain music from Alabama. How they just sort of jammed on the gas, and so that was almost like that Cadillac flooring it and going back to Alabama. Yeah, like so it starts off really.
A lot of references to Alabama there, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
That town where the Muscle
yeah,
Shoals is at.
yep. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so at the beginning of the song, you're just kind of like you're sort of being lulled into this sort of like dark atmosphere, and then by the end, you're jamming because it kicked it up. It's a masterfully written song. Just its dynamics are amazing. The storytelling is just off the charts, and again, just the story with the little twist at the end. That's that is amazing. That is top
David Allen
notch,
Coe is
legendary songwriting.
he's known for the last thing he sings being so synonymous. I'll give you an example. The one time you heard David Allen Coe, you might not realize is I just done a video on it too, and he was in it. But a friend of mine named Steve Goodman wrote that song when he told me that was the perfect country and western song. I wrote him back a letter and I told him it was not the perfect country and western song because he hadn't said anything at all about trains or trucks, or about trucks, trains or trucks or prison or mama or getting drunk. And I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain. And before I could get there in my pickup truck, she got ran over by a damn old train.
That was David Allen Coe as well.
Yeah, that crazy son of a bitch on stage, weirdo guy. That's David Allen Coe, yeah.
He's versatile.
Also, that one album I played you, but the
X-rated stuff.
Sally song and the Pillow
God.
songs. And,
Yeah, he's he's versatile. He covers a lot of bases, but
yeah.
I mean, a lot of artists they have like a musical personality, and that's what they do. But I like the fact that his musical personality is who he is. Sometimes there's a dark and bluesy stuff. Sometimes he's jamming. Sometimes he's having fun, and sometimes he's just being filthy as hell. It kind of reminds me of like how Tool can do like this cool, like progressive, dense, life-affirming type music, and then they can do absolutely something batshit bonkers like Rosetta Stone. So I think truly great artists. Their music is as dynamic as their personalities.
And when I'm arguing with people on these country music videos, I don't do it on our channel, but people that talk about the older country, I always end it with his, and if that ain't country, I'll kiss your ass.
Yeah.
If that ain't country, the hair lip the Pope. If that ain't country, it's a damn good joke. I've seen the Grand Ole Opry, and I've met Johnny Cash. If that ain't country, I'll kiss your ass. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. This was fun. I want to cover the whole discography of Hank and Hank Jr. and maybe even Hank the Third. I haven't done that yet, but Gary Goodman's probably going to talk me into it. So
Yeah. God bless Gary. He's been nothing but a shot in the arm for the channel, I think. But yeah, and this is one of those songs that's a revelation every time you hear it. So if Denny had me react to it again next week, it would be like hearing it for the first time. So there's always little things you can pick out, just vocal intricacies or stuff from the music. Because I think when I even mentioned like little palm muted guitar runs at the end that just they didn't jump out, but they just sort of added that little bit of atmosphere as they were going off into the sunset. Yeah, just amazing songwriting. It's a timeless song.
I'll end on a negative note in a way. Oliver Anthony wrote that so profoundly written song, and then, in my opinion, went on to promote the opposite of the message.
Went on to promote what he was raising against.
After that. Right. He's a hypocrite, in my opinion. But he will not transcend time. And he wrote this song supposedly with this great message. David Allen Coe's song will transcend time, and he wrote a song about a man hitchhiking that got kicked out of the car by another man crying. That's it. That's it. That's the lamest story in the friggin' world. But
they made it. He made it awesome. He made it
will
amazing.
Transcend time.
Oh yeah.
Transcend
No one will be
Oliver Anthony.
Yeah, no one will be talking about him in 20 years except like one-hit wonders of past decades. That's the only conversation he'll come up. But yeah, I think
It's
people
already happening. They're already starting
Yeah.
to criticize him.
Oh yeah.
Talking about, why are you talking about leave the kids, don't go look for little kids, but pay coal miners more money? What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Exactly. But yeah, people still be listening to the ride 20 years from now. I know I will be.
I mean, why couldn't you have said, while looking for miners, help out coal miners? You could put a very easier way there, and don't talk about fat people or people needing something to eat in the street and then put down welfare, and talk about the damn people eating fudge rounds. It's your damn business if they spend it on fudge rounds. Leave them the hell alone. Oliver, play with your fucking dogs in the woods.
Yeah, it seems like he was trying to be profound like Hank or Waylon and just
I think he was a
couldn't pull it
puppet.
off.
I honestly think he was. And lots of people are saying that now. That there was a lot of money put up to get him up there to get them views on there. You know, right now we can pay YouTube $200 and they'll boost our videos. Yeah, I mean, that's not a
Guys,
secret.
there's a donation link down there. Send us $200 so YouTube will play our videos.
I've already told him about Patreon. Patreon's a weak killer. And I'm not, I apologize for talking about Oliver Anthony. Not to him, to anybody that I offended. So, but that's the way they did it.
Yeah, there's a
In
difference
the
between
outlaw
people that can
country.
do it and people that are trying to do it. David Allen Coe
Simpson.
could do it. Yeah,
Sturgill
Sturgill can do
Simpson
it.
is 50 times the artist that Oliver Anthony is. All right, let's wrap it up. I said I love you, everybody. I do love you, everybody, but I don't know
Yeah.
until I was. Mental health is love, and love is mental health, and that's
There
true.
we
Happy New Year, everybody, and we're going to see Tool very soon. So
Yeah.
you will see us together because he's coming here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hell of a ride, if you will.
The North's coming south.
Hopefully you won't kick me out for crying.
I don't know, man. It's going on. I want to go back to Alabama. All right. Peace out.
Love y'all. Thank you.
OGL is still here.